And we're back. Watching the replay. And in fact, let me go back in there again. If you're watching the replay, you can tap on the screen, share it with your friends and followers. Thanks for joining me live and on the replay. Let's get that straight. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to get excited in a moment, but just a quick reminder, if you're joining me for the first time, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, and tap on follow me so you can follow my scopes. I do 2 every day. Deborah, nice to have you here. This is my 101st periscope. I just did my love scope that rocked. It was so much fun. Hola. So if you're first time following me, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, tap on the follow me button. Please do invite your friends and followers on Twitter. Thank you. On Facebook, and also your followers on Periscope, and tap on the screen for hearts. I have an insane goal. Now I've broken 100 scopes, which is rocking. 100 scopes is done. Now I'm on the second 100. I broke 160,000 hearts today. And I've got this vision about the end of the weekend, so by the end of tomorrow, hitting 200,000. Insane goal, I know, but it's up to you. I can't do it myself. This is up to you. If you like what I'm talking about, you can tap the screen for hearts. I welcome that. Again, thanks for joining me. If you're the first time here, first time following me, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, and tap follow me, and I'll get into the conversation. So you know about me, my name is Barry Selby. I am primarily a relationship expert. I'm known as the Heartbreak Repair Specialist, and all my information about that you can find at barryselby.com. This is my Peri Tips scope I do every day. So I do a love scope. Hi from Indonesia. Welcome. Glad you're here. I do a love scope every day, which I just finished because that was my 100th scope ever, which is kind of exciting. This is my Peri Tips because I'm passionate about Periscope for you if you want to use Periscope. Just a quick recap about Periscope history. Well, not history, but current status. I've been told by statistics I've read, what I've seen rather, that Periscope's been downloaded about 15 million times. Which is not a lot, but not a lot compared with big things like Facebook and Twitter. Of that, maybe 2/3 have actually opened the app. And of that, the current status is about 1% of broadcasting, which is 100,000 people. So if you're like me in broadcasting, we're a very small group. So I want to make sure you get inspiration, tips, and keys how to get out there. And this one's back to basics. I do Peri Tips every day, and this one I wanted to come back to the beginning, which is simply this. Just do it. The biggest problem people have with Periscope is to actually start with the start broadcast button. The thing about Periscope is it doesn't work unless you work it. And for me, sharing has become an avenue to express, to teach, and to share my knowledge, to have interaction, to create new community, to connect and serve, which I love. If you want to do broadcasting on Periscope, here's the thing. You've got to do it. So literally, you open up your Periscope, you click on that little TV button, to the third one over on the screen, tap on that, type in some sort of title, please. I did a whole scope about how to prepare. In fact, my scope yesterday, if you didn't catch it, go back and watch it, please. That's here. All those are archived. So anything over 24 hours is here. By the way, if you're new to Periscope and you haven't done them before, make sure you've got an account with Catch.me. It's a free service that's tied to Periscope and to Twitter. So Catch.me, mine's this one because it's my URL. If you go to your own one, you set it up, you can automatically capture all your scopes for you afterwards because Periscope only saves them for 24 hours, one day. So that's another resource. So mine archive there. Yesterday's Peri Tips, exactly, thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Yesterday's Peri Tips was actually a package deal. I said it was the, call it the PPP. It was the proper Periscope preparation. And I gave in that basically 5 pairs of keys on how to set up your Periscope the easy way to do it right. So I give you 10 keys right there. This one is really about motivation. Because that was the how-to. Hello, good to have you here. That was the motivation. This is the, yes, that was the Periscope yesterday. It was PPP. I did that for my Love Scope and for my Peri Tips. The PPP was the post-partner pissosity, which became a very funny scope and really powerful. In fact, changed some lives with that one. And my Peri Tips was PPP, which was proper Periscope preparation. So, yes. I'm not sure what you're saying about voice repeat. All is well indeed. I've got, 12 minutes because I'm on another scope at 1 p.m. Pacific time, part of a share-a-thon, which I'll be on. You'll watch me there. You'll see me there too. If you're just joining me, you haven't followed me before, please make sure you swipe right on the phone, swipe down on the Droid, tap follow me button, and also invite your followers, share it on Twitter, share it in Periscope, and share it on Facebook. Thank you. And tap the screen for hearts. I'm looking for lots of hearts. You can do double tap and get like 500 hearts done in a minute 30 seconds, 2 minutes. It's very easy. So again, this is the motivation scope. Because yesterday's scope, thank you for that. I appreciate that, Ray. Yesterday's scope was the 10 keys or 10 tips to get prepared to do scope properly. This is the get your button gear and do it scope. I didn't have a pretty time my first few scopes, to be honest. And the great news is, or at least how you put it, is they're gone. Because I didn't have, Catch.me wasn't out at the time. This scope is going to be archived. So I've given up fighting the fact that my scopes are stored. Now, key. If you do what I recommend, which is get an account at Catch.me, this is my account, you have your own account, it's all tied to your Twitter handle, free service, automatically captures your periscopes. If you have that, you can go ahead and embed them, delete them, or anything else with them after that. I keep them all out there, except for a couple of really goofy ones. I deleted them because they didn't have anything in them. Literally, I hit broadcast without thinking about it and end up with a 10-second broadcast. Wasn't worth saving. But the thing about it is, Periscope is a great tool to express. If you have a message, if you have an inkling that what you have will help people, you've got to use Periscope. I'm imploring you, if you are a teacher, speaker, coach, inspirer, somebody out there who's got a message to share, Periscope is an incredibly useful tool, avenue to express through. And I shared on my last scope, which was my 100th scope, this is my 101st, which is like, wow, new level. There's been a lot of promotion lately because YouTube celebrated its 10th anniversary this year, back in April, I think it was. But there was a lot of promotion in the last few days on late night TV, I happened to catch it, and also on Facebook. They mentioned about YouTube is celebrating its 10th anniversary. And look how far YouTube's come. Periscope has just been out for 6 months, 7 months now. What's going to happen in 10 years? If you are one of the early adopters like I am, I mean, if you're here, you are, watching Periscope live, and you're ready to broadcast, you're a pioneer. Now that might scare you, or it might excite you. I think it excites me. So I'm saying to you, you got to get out and scope. Periscope is a great resource and a great tool to share your knowledge. If you have especially if you're a coach, a speaker, a teacher, or you want to be, if you're a musician even, if you have something to give people that will enhance their lives, and this is free, obviously, it's a two-way street, and it only needs the app, and it doesn't cost you anything, although I have a request for you, which I'll get to in a minute. But basically, if you are something to share with an audience, Periscope is an incredibly useful avenue to speak through. You get feedback as well with hearts and comments and questions. Yes, you have to deal with some trolls and stuff along the way. I had one right at the beginning of my last scope. I had to go, bang, get out of there, because it was just not appropriate. But the majority of people who are using scope are smart people, conscious people who want to find out stuff. And a lot of the passion I have for Periscope, I'm so grateful. I'm great. That's why I do this. Make sure if you keep losing me, make sure you got good signal strength, because Periscope is a resource hog. It needs bandwidth. But I'm grateful that people are getting value, because that's the reason I'm doing this. Yes, it'd be nice to make lots of money out of it, which maybe down the road I will. But right now, I'm here to share tips and keys to make your journey with Periscope easier and more fun. So I'm going to say this again. Do it. Do your own Periscopes. Start sharing. You can do them privately if you want to. So if you're not comfortable doing Periscopes with everybody publicly, you might want to just pick someone you know to just directly share it with them. You can do private scopes. That's another feature of Periscope. And there's a little padlock icon in the broadcast window before you start up. That's another tip. Second thing is, particularly for the ladies, I highly recommend you broadcast without your location turned on. Again, on the broadcast panel, I'm going to give you multiple tips now. That's what happens. On the broadcast window, there's a little arrow pulsing. That's the location icon. Tap on that to turn location off. There's been conversations back and forward about how accurate that location is. When I've used it, the location is very broad, like it's several block radius. And right now, some people are saying it's actually more street centered. And if you're a woman, you want to be somewhat careful. I'm from Sweden. Nice to have you here. So you can scope with safety, because I do recommend you get out there, but you might have hiccups because you see people being trolls, which is a famous thing now on Periscope. Because people come on Scoop and do nasty things and say comments that are either rude, abusive, political, hate-based, or sexist. And ladies, I know it's painful to watch. I watch women doing the scopes, and some guy comes up and says, "Show us your boobs" or something, and it's really annoying. And so the key is to be comfortable in yourself, safe in doing a scope, and when that person pops up, tap on their comment, hit block user, and you're done. So you have the power in your own hands as a periscoper to manage your own scopes and your audience. It's not an issue for men as much, thankfully, because most of the scopes are doing it. Never been in LA, would love to share my chakra balance dance there. Do you know any well-being organizers? Maybe. Message me, email me directly off of here, because I can talk more directly that way, which is barry@barryselby.com, and we can dialogue. I do have some resources, I think. So yes, this is the power of Periscope: networking, connection, value. At the Periscope Summit, I was watching the scopes. I wasn't in New York, but I watched some of the scopes, of the keynotes. One of them, I think it was Alex Pettit. Email address is barry@barryselby.com. Okay, Christina? You reach out to me, we can talk. Or over Facebook if you know me on Facebook. At the Periscope Summit in New York, you're welcome, there was, I think Alex Pettit said this, three main qualities of good Periscope use: authenticity, connection, content. And I value that myself. So I do Periscope for those reasons too. In fact, I'm on a Periscope in 5 minutes, or I should be a part of a Sherathon in 5 minutes. I'm on last in that sequence. We're talking about what is the power of authenticity. So if you're not following me yet, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, tap on follow me so you'll hear my announcement and invitation to watch the other scopes and mine in that sequence. I'm part of 3 Periscope Facebook Periscope groups, and so we scope quite often. So please follow me. I share lots of content value because I want to make sure you get good value. How do I choose the timing of my scopes? I have been moving them around. I've been choosing, because basically 2 of the groups I'm in scope in the afternoons because they're based in England as well as over here. So I tend to do my scopes right before that or right afterwards. So my scopes are usually around noon Pacific time or usually around 3 p.m. Pacific time, because that's something that is easier, so I don't conflict with the other schedules. The Sherathons in the Periscope groups happen early afternoon because that's when they're scheduled. I'm part of the group, so I just jump in. And depending when during the hour it is, because we do 5 in an hour, 10 minutes each. So like this one coming up at 1 o'clock, that'll be the last one, so it'll be around 1:45, 1:50 I'll be on. I think 1:50, 1:40, somewhere around there. So that's not my schedule, but in terms of my own personal scopes, I do them around noon Pacific time because that's 8 p.m. UK time, because a lot of people who follow me are in the UK and East Coast, so it's easier for them. I used to do it at 5 p.m. Pacific time, but my audience was different then. So timing shifts. So you got to find the timing that works for you. I've seen people say the best time to scope is this time, and I'm like, no, it's not. The best time to scope is when your audience is watching, whether it's live or in the replay. So if you're in Norway, close to the UK, your timing will probably be around, I would say 7 p.m., 8 p.m. European, because you're an hour ahead of UK, I think, in Norway. If you're the same time as either way, but around 7 or 8 p.m. your time will put you in a good window for US as well. So that's what I recommend timing-wise. And again, start there and see what happens. If you don't get any followers, try somewhere else. But do it for a week at the same time to build a consistency, and then see what happens. So get out there and scope. I'm going to wrap this up because I've got 2 minutes till we go back on. You're 10 p.m. now. Okay, but it's 1 p.m. here, so it's 9 difference. Yes, you're 1 hour ahead of UK because it's 8 p.m. there. 9 p.m. there, almost. So that's the simple thing. Oh, yeah, the last plug. Mention. I am doing these on a love donation basis as a request, invitation, and invitation. Request, invitation, invitation, one of those things. So if you're willing to, and you wish to, I welcome donations through PayPal. And what I've got on my profile, and you can do this on your own site, by the way, is you can do 2 links, one for my website for my coaching business, and one for a love donation button for PayPal. If you feel moved and you get value from this, please feel free to put a few dollars, pounds, kroners, anything in there. I'm fine with that. I am building a fund, 1 towards a project I'm working on, 2 towards a new iPhone 6s Plus. So I've got a ways to go yet. If you feel very generous, I don't mind you throwing some money in there. Willing to ask is what I got clearly. I'm going to sign off now. Again, if you haven't seen my previous scopes, please go to catch.me/barryselby. That is where all my archives are, and there's about 30 Perry Tips scopes out there. Just search for the keyword Perry Tips under my profile. You'll find them. This is the love donation button, which is bit.ly/donate to Barry. I welcome that too. And if you follow me, you'll get my love scope every day and my Perry Tips every day. All right? So keep going out there. Get out there on Periscope. Do it the first time, and then do it again, do it again, do it again. This scope is my 101st scope. I didn't plan on ever doing more than 5 or 10, and now look at me. You can do the same thing. So get out there and scope, experiment with it, explore with it, have fun with it. Hi Shalanda, you're just joining me, but I'm actually signing off right now, so please go back and watch the replay, because I've got to get ready for my Sherathon I'm part of starting in 2 minutes. So I'll be back on shortly. If you're not following me yet, please swipe right on the iPhone, swipe down on the Droid, tap on the follow button, so you'll be notified when I do my next scope, which will be in about 35-40 minutes. But I'll be sharing the announcements of the other scopes preceding me, because I'm part of a sequence of 5. Okay? Actually, it's going to be 10 today. We're doing back-to-back. Anyway, get out there on scope. Have fun with it. Explore. test it, try it out, see what happens. It's going to be fun. Thanks for watching my scope. Thanks for checking out my stuff, my recordings, my broadcasts, and follow me on Periscope. I tend to put out good stuff from what I've heard. Enjoy your afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Please watch the replay. Tap on the screen, give hearts. I welcome that too. And I will be back on again, say in a little while, to do my third scope of the day. This is my second. So I did my 100th scope last time with the love scope. This is my 101st scope. So I'm in my second century, and I'm accumulating hearts. And if you're watching the replay, please tap the screen for hearts and do it more than once. I've got an insane goal of getting another 35,000 hearts by the end of the weekend. We'll see what happens. I'm just playing with ideas. And please show your followers and friends. And I'll be back on again later with a scope. And I do my love scope and the Perry tips every day as well. So stay tuned for more good stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll be back very shortly, as I've said like 7 times already. I think I'm done with this. If you've already got the message, great. If you haven't, go back and watch it again. Have a great day. I will see you soon. Bye.